President-elect Donald Trump is continuing meetings today at Trump Tower, very busy place as he prepares to fill the final two spots in his cabinet, Secretaries of Agriculture and Veterans Affairs. This is Fox News. New polling shows Mr. Trump's favorability has hit 47%, the highest point ever for him. 59% of Americans say they're hopeful about Mr. Trump's presidency. But 31% of voters say Mr. Trump could be one of the worst presidents in history, so about a third there, but a huge number of people in the hopeful category. Governor, as you look at this, what do you think is driving the favorability? Because he hasn't gotten to policy yet.
Well, I think it's the fact that he has proven to be a very serious guy. He's putting together a great cabinet of people, very competent. I think the fact that he's still going out doing rallies and he's thanking the people that elected him and he's connecting to people. He's thumbing his nose at the press. He's doing a lot of the things that the public loves him for. But ultimately, look at what happened with Carrier, with Ford. With the fact that, that he was willing to take on China over the Taiwan phone call. These are things that people are excited about, an American president standing up and acting like an American president for once.
Do you love the aspects enough to want to join the team?
Well, let's move on. Now, look, I've been very honest about the fact that I was offered a position in the cabinet. I declined it. I never did anything to help Donald Trump get elected because I wanted the federal job. I really didn't. And, I want America to start doing well again and people going to work again.
And we're getting a lot of tweets during the show, which we do look at those live tweets, and they're saying, we really wanted to see you in a position. A lot of people
They just want to get rid of me. That's all. I know what this is about.
Not with that tie on.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's it.
So, Megan, where do you put the favorability ahead of the actual governing? I mean, how important is it?
I think one helps the other. His agenda will be more readily received if the people like him and believe in him. And you can see the numbers turning around pretty dramatically. I mean, that's a pretty dramatic shift for him, having taken office. So, I mean, not yet taken office. But I think in addition to the things like Carrier, it's his outreach to rivals, to people who just battered him for months, people like Mitt Romney. I mean, I don't think you could find somebody who said worse things about Donald Trump than Mitt Romney. And it looks like he gave him a serious look for Secretary of State and others. He's had just a parade of people who he doesn't agree with. Leonardo DiCaprio, and I mean, those two do not see eye to eye on climate change.
Al Gore.
But Al Gore, right. But he had him in there. The tech meeting yesterday, all those people, they didn't vote for Donald Trump. Peter Thiel's been basically thrown out of Silicon Valley because he got behind Trump early. But he met with them, and it really speaks well of him. And I think it speaks to one piece of Donald Trump that people worried about, which was, can he be this magnanimous person that we've heard about? But he was all rough and tumble in the campaign, which, as he put it, was a nasty business. And now you're seeing this other side of Donald Trump, where he really can be kind, and he can be welcoming, and he can be open-minded. It's just, if he feels like he's in a fight, that's not the mode he's in.
Yeah, Megan, it's interesting because I come to someone like you who didn't support him along the way, said you were not going to vote for Donald Trump. And when you dig deeper into the polling, you see how many of those people like you are part of that favorability.
Yeah, I mean, I've been very vocal about the fact that General Mattis warmed my cold, dark heart. I love that he picked him. It makes me feel safer as an American. I think it's two things. I agree with what Megan said, that it's him reaching out to really unexpected people. Leonardo DiCaprio, Al Gore, like we said, and even his dinner with Mitt Romney made me feel like maybe there was going to be some connecting between both sides of the party. I also think Americans want America to do well. I want this president to succeed. I want him to be the best president ever. I want America to be amazing. I want America to be great again. So I'm willing to give him the chance to lead. I've said so since he got elected, and I'm excited to see what he does.
It's been amazing to watch your opinion of him evolve, and I think that's happening with a lot of people in this country right now. The funny part is he's not even president yet.
But he's behaving very well.
Yeah.
He's not picking fights with Hispanic judges. He's not going after Miss Universe for being too heavy.
Right.
Those things were real controversies because people felt offended by them. He hasn't done any of that nonsense since he won the election. Yeah. Very minimal. I mean, nothing's coming to mind. And I think it's helped unify people behind him.
Tom Hanks said something I thought was brilliant. He said, I did not vote for Donald Trump, and he said I was not for him, and he was a very vocal Hillary supporter. But he said, I want Donald Trump to be so good a president that I end up voting for his re-election in 4 years. And I thought, that is a great American spirit.
Yeah.
Great answer.
And then there's
Well,
Kathy
we talked
Griffin.
about Mitt Romney.
She
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Meantime.